What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of Print Pros. Today I'm going to be printing an order of t-shirts using the RICOH Ri 1000 DTG printer. Now this t-shirt order is going to be for our own marketing team for our upcoming event in March called Deco Summit. This particular order is a great opportunity for me to show you how to fulfill a real bulk order on the RICOH DTG. But it's also a great opportunity to show off where you, the printer, can receive orders just like this one straight to your inbox using our customization platform called Garmeo. Yes, you heard right. So Garmeo sends real orders that you as a printer can fulfill for money. No marketing required. In fact, Garmeo is like the Uber for custom apparel, which I'll get into in a minute. Alright, so now that I have your attention with the prospect of making some extra money, let's jump into the order. So typically, I wouldn't be the one placing the order on Garmeo.com. Fulfillers simply register with Garmeo and then get orders routed to them to fulfill. A potential customer wants to place an order and visits Garmeo.com. That person chooses their garment, customizes it, and then places their order. That order then gets routed to a nearby fulfiller with the equipment needed to fulfill the order. This is just like Uber in the sense that a customer places an order for a ride and a willing driver or fulfiller, in this case, gets routed the request and then fulfills that ride. In Garmeo, the fulfiller completes the order and ships the items to the customer. For the sake of this example, let's jump onto Garmeo.com, where I'm going to show you how to customize the shirt and place an order using the design of the Deco Summit t-shirts that I'm going to be printing as an example.
Tony! Say hi, Tony.
Alright, so this is Tony right here. He's actually one of the guys that we're making shirts for. What size are you?
Medium.
Medium?
Yeah.
That means extra small. Alright, so let's say you don't know what Garmeo is. Now this is probably going to change your life, especially if you own a DTG printer or an embroidery machine. Basically what Garmeo is, it's like Uber but for DTG printers and embroidery machines. So if you're a person that you want decorated apparel, you go on Garmeo.com, you design your decorated apparel, and you place that order. Now on the other side, if you're a DTG printer or an embroiderer, you go on Garmeo.com, you accept that order, and you fulfill it for money. So it's basically like Uber. If you're a person that wants a ride, you go on the Uber app, you order a ride, and then if you're a person that has a car and you want to drive people around for money, you go on and you fulfill those rides. Alright, so let's get started by placing our order on Garmeo.com. Okay, so first I'm going to demonstrate how to choose a product on Garmeo.com if you want to place an order. You can click on the products menu and it's going to take you to all the products. You can also bypass this process and go ahead and click on Customize Now. And what this is going to do, it's going to take you to the editor right away. And it's going to select a basic t-shirt for you to start customizing, which you can also change later on after you start customizing. You can always change that selection once you get to the full customizer, which I'll be showing you later. You can also get to the same products we have here from the homepage. There's various categories, so for example today we're going to be printing on a white t-shirt, so I'm going to go ahead and select a t-shirt here, and what you can see is that Garmeo has a variety of t-shirts to choose from in a variety of colors for both men and women. So for example here we're going to be choosing a very popular Gildan unisex t-shirt. Here you can see the prices, the ratings, as well as the different colors that are available. Alright, so let's click Customize Now so that we can be taken to the simple editor. Okay, so there's two different editors. If you quickly just want to put a design on one side of a t-shirt, either the front or the back, or one of the sides, you can go ahead and use the simple editor. It's a very quick process. If you want to use a text feature or any advanced editing options, as well as putting multiple designs on one single garment, then go ahead and switch to the full customizer. But for this example, just to show you how easy the simple customizer is, I'm going to start off this project by using it. As you can see, we've already selected our garment, but if you want, you can always change your garment here, and you could always change your color of your garment here in this selection. As well as you can see, this garment is able to be customized with both print and embroidery. For the purposes of this video, we're going to be doing print. So the next thing we want to do is, as indicated here, is to select our design. We can either just click and drop it onto the editor, or we can go ahead and just browse for our design in our computer. We're going to choose the design for the front of the t-shirt and just give it a second to load. Now as you can see, the design was placed in the center of the t-shirt. Here you can select different placement options, which also depend on the garment that you chose. Here we're going to keep this design in the center, but you can also put it in the left or the right chest or in the back. So we're going to keep that as is, but we are going to change the design size to make it a little bit larger. So we're going to take it from medium and make it a large. And that's about the size of the print that we want in the front of the garment. Now for this design, I also want to design on the back of the garment. So we're going to go ahead and actually switch to our full customizer in order to complete that process. Okay, so now we're at the full customizer, and as you can see, the design placement is still kept from our previous selection. So now what we have to do is add a design to the back of the t-shirt. So there's two ways that we can do this. I already have a file with the design written out. It's a simple text file that I can go ahead and upload. But as you can see with the full editor, there's also other options that you could choose. For example, to add text. I want to actually take a look at the back of the t-shirt and write the text I want. So what we can do is just add the text. You can type it out. I want it to say staff, and then just position it on the garment. If there is multiple text layers, then you can arrange those after you write them. So I would like this text to be a little further up, so I'm going to go ahead and move it where I want it to be on the garment. I'm also going to be choosing the font that I would like to use, and as you can see here, there's a bunch of different fonts to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and select a simple font here from the top, Anton. It looks nice. You could also change the color of the text. Then when you're ready, you can continue, and as you can see here, you can still change the color of the t-shirt, and you can even change it to embroidery instead of print. So that is one way of creating this. So for today though, I do have the design prepared, so I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this, and I'm going to add the art myself. So we can do that by clicking adding art and uploading your own. I'm going to go ahead and select the design from my computer. And then I'm going to increase the size so that it's bigger on the back of the shirt. Now this is a high-res file, so I can stretch it out without losing any quality. Alright, so now I have my designs where I want them on my t-shirt, so I'm going to go ahead and move to the next part, which is the quantity and size. So because of the fact that we did switch to the full editor, the quantity and size was erased. So I'm just going to add it back on here, and I'm going to be ordering about 5 medium shirts. Alright, so here we could actually see our final price, and as you can tell, there are discounts depending on how many pieces your order consists of. So if we order 11 pieces rather than 5, we would receive a 2.5% discount. Then once you're comfortable with the order, then you can proceed to checkout. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm not actually going to check out because I just wanted to show you how easy it was to customize a t-shirt on the platform. But any other customer would check out, and then as soon as they check out, a vendor or fulfiller would receive this order depending on different factors, including their proximity to the person ordering. Alright, so let's jump off here and let's go over to the vendor platform to take a look at how you would receive and fulfill this order. Alright, so once you're done with that, somebody will accept your order and you will get a notification telling you that someone is working on it. Now, if you're a vendor, you would log into the vendor portal and you would go down to your order request and you would accept this order. Here it is right here, so we're just going to click accept on there. Now, once we accept that order, the first thing we have to do is download the design and do a quick sample. Take a picture of it and send it to the client for approval. So let's go ahead and do that. Now for the customers, one of the best things about Garmeo is that there is so many options to choose from. You can even get face masks printed on among a bunch of other garments. So today we're just doing a t-shirt, but there is so many other options like polos and sweaters and everything else that you can think of. And the best part is that you can get it all done in one single place. Alright, so let's go ahead and print that sample. Now today I'm going to be using, like I said, the RICOH Ri 1000 as my DTG printer. And then for my shirt, there's a little twist. Instead of using the Gildan, which is the shirt that I had selected on Garmeo.com, I'm actually going to be using one of these RTP already pre-treated shirts that we buy from an online wholesaler. These shirts are already pre-treated, so I actually don't have to worry about pre-treating the shirt that I'm going to print. Now, if I was actually doing this for a real client and not just myself, well, I would actually have to pre-treat whatever garment they chose on Garmeo.com. But since I am doing this order for myself, it kind of has its perks. So I'm going to go ahead and use these shirts for the interest of time. Now, if you are interested in learning how to pre-treat shirts, I've already done about 2 videos where I actually show the process. Go and check those out in the link in the description. Alright, so I'm going to take off the bracket, put it aside, get my shirt, throw it onto the DTG with the collar facing me. Now for these samples, you can probably actually just use either a scrap piece of fabric or a shirt that is lower quality than the actual one that you have to print on. That way you don't spend as much money for this proof. But also, if the client does end up liking the sample, you could actually just use that one towards that order. So that way you could also save money. So I am really hoping that my client likes this sample. That way I don't have to use up another shirt. I'm pretty sure he's gonna like it though. gonna go ahead and put the bracket on, and I'm gonna go over and send my design over to the DTG. Alright, so I already have my design here on the DTG printer. Now, if you guys do want to watch a video that shows the printing process on this DTG printer more in depth, then I suggest you go down to the link in the description. We're going to have a video there that we did in the past that goes into the process. Alright, so I already have it there set. My printer is ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and press set and send it in. Alright, so here we have the finished front. I think it looks pretty awesome. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to take it over to the heat press, press it, and then bring it back to the DTG printer because I do still have to print on the back. So let's go ahead and take it. Alright, so here we are at our heat press. It has this awesome tray that you can pull out so you don't have to be working under the hot element of the press. I'm going to go ahead and throw on our printed shirt. Going to cover it with a sheet of Teflon. And I'm going to be pressing it for 40 seconds at 330 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, so here we got it. I'll take it off, remove the sheet of Teflon, and let's take it back to the DTG so we can print on the back. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to print on the back of the shirt. Now, instead of placing the t-shirt straight on top of the platform, I'm going to actually thread it. Now the reason for this is so that I can print right where I want to and right below the actual collar. Now if I was to just place the t-shirt on top, I would actually have the other side of the collar underneath, and it would actually be interfering with the area where I actually want to print. Place the bracket on top. Alright, let's send over the design. Alright, here we have the back design. Let's go ahead and send it. Alright, here we have the printed shirt. I'm going to take it, throw it back on the heat press. Okay, so now that I'm done with my sample shirt, I'm going to take a picture of it with my phone and send it over to the client. Just kidding, not that kind of picture. Just going to take a quick one. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and take the picture that I took with my phone and upload it here and send it over to the client. Upload samples, select it. Now I'm going to send this picture, and if my client approves it, which I'm pretty sure they are, then I can go ahead and print it. Then I'm going to send the samples. Now it's telling me sample needs approval. So now my client is going to be getting an email with that picture, and if they approve it, which I'm pretty sure they will, then I can start printing all the shirts. That's a nice shirt. I approve it. Alright, so now that my sample has been approved, I'm going to go ahead and print out the remaining 4 shirts. Now the way that I'm going to do this is that I'm going to print out the front on all 4 on the DTG, then I'm going to press all 4, and then I'm going to come back to my DTG, print them all on the back, and then press them all at the same time. That way I'm limiting the amount of back and forth that I'm doing. Alright, so now that I'm done printing out the shirts, all I have to do is go into the warehouse, rummage around for a box, bring it in, throw the t-shirts in there, slap the shipping label that I can print on Garmeo.com on it, and I'm ready to ship it out. That's pretty much it, guys. That's how you place an order and fulfill it on Garmeo.com. Now, if you guys are interested in Garmeo.com, not just to order decorated apparel, but also to become a vendor, then go down to the link in the description. You can check it out there. Also, if you're interested in connecting with other apparel decorators like myself, then join our free Facebook group, Embroidery and Custom Apparel Mastery. You could also check it down in the description. Now, if you also want to stay up to date on the latest in the world of decorated apparel, then follow us on Instagram at RICOH HQ. Alright guys, that's it for today. If you like this video, like and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest episodes, and I'll see you guys on the next one. You're not gonna open it? Or?